They already know I'm approaching. The spider's gone. Or is it? The spider's still on that branch. That's one ballsy spider. Damn transhumanists. Okay. Oh, disgusting. Damn transhumanists. Technology will not bring a meaning to life for you. Unless you want the meaning of life to be saving the environment from your own damn technology, then you've provided plenty of meaning for your life. What the fuck is this thing anyway? Found the other bits of it the other day. So I've been reading a lot today. I read about this philosophy stuff, how there's different schools for it. I was already aware there was different schools of it. Existentialism, nihilism, at least two different schools. Basically, those who found depression in the meaninglessness of modern life, and those who found sort of a quasi-madness-based happiness about it. I find myself swinging between the two often. But today, I became aware. There is a school of thought called cynicism. I find it weird that in the modern day parlance, we use the word cynic to describe somebody who just can't be happy with how things are. They always got a negative outlook. Turns out, cynicism finds the root and the meaning of life in living within a harmonic relationship with nature. And from that I extrapolate eating mushrooms and sitting in the woods high as a bird all day. So cynicism is essentially, what's that term everybody uses when they want to sound smart? I don't know, anyway, the opposite. Paradigm or dispersal dispersant paradigm opposite. The opposite paradigm. Cynicism is the opposite of transhumanism. Which is obviously why the transhumanist society we live in has manipulated the language to make it so that that word is bad. You don't want to be a cynic. Fuck not. Most hippies don't even realize it. They're trying to be cynics, but then they tell you to have a positive attitude about it. What the fuck are you trying to do to my head? Essentially, all the other forms of philosophy that I read about that have some kind of input on the meaning of life, they all revolved around basically just having a good time, exploring your mind, figuring out what you are, what you're doing, what you like to do, what you don't like to do. But now we're in the information age. These small philosophical cults have had a couple thousand years to sort of ferment. Now we're at obviously the highest point that's been reached, because you can only go one direction at a time. And we haven't broken yet. But what I've discovered is it seems to be that the transhumanists, or the humanists who then became transhumanists, are the only ones that seem particularly keen on this transformation of everything into something else. Don't get me wrong. There is like the whole alchemy aspect that I respect of life, which is the transformation of the base self into the higher self through life itself. But when we get into the materialistic aspect of the technological advancement, we lose that side of things. Now, the part that really weirded me out in this whole meaning of life, the article's on Wikipedia. Just type in the meaning of life on Google and it'll take you to the Wikipedia article, if you want to see it yourself. But the weird part of this whole meaning of life thing, I forgot what I was about to say. Yeah. Something about transhumanists. There's a logo on the site that I found interesting. I hate that word interesting. Everyone uses it to sound intellectual. That's interesting. Boy, this is interesting. There was a logo on the Wikipedia of a little golden man with his hands upstretched to the sky above his head. With a little golden circle head. And it's the happy man. Apparently it's the emblem of the humanist, transhumanist movement. Now I recognized it. Saw it somewhere, I know. I got to thinking, I know it's in the LucasArts logo. And it's in the, I think, the Singular cell phone company logo. Now these people have brainwashed us all as children to be obsessed with the idea of this future evolution, this future perfection. But they're the only school of philosophy that really thinks about that. And when I get into the thinking mode on that concept, it goes back to the demiurge that the Gnostics speak of, which is essentially trying to improve to the point of destroying everything. I enjoy the philosophy of the alchemist and the older school of thoughts, where they think that everything is created in perfection in and of itself. The world is as it should be, and you should go about learning within it. Because what else is there to do? I also find, though, that the humanist movement on the outside propagates itself as a front that's for human liberation, but when you get into the guts of it, you mostly find a bunch of dirty industrialists. Greedy, dirty industrialists at that, not even good industrialists. On the positive side, there's things like Richard Branson, people like Richard Branson doing things like his weird space thing. But I mean, how important is getting to space right now? I mean, it could be important considering we fucked up the planet. But I'm sure there's like other scientific endeavors he could be launching himself on. But I'm not one to judge one personally. This is all a place of individual endeavors, really, so who am I to say whatever people are supposed to do? But for example, after Hurricane Sandy, Mayor Bloomberg of New York and some other guy that's famous, I don't remember who he is, but he's in the papers, so he must be somebody, stated that we need to take this as a serious warning about climate change and that we need to start altering our behavior. And instead of suggesting like getting off big oil or like adapting to new technologies or maybe just going back to nature, which we can't do at this point because everyone's too stupid for it, they said we need to invest more in researching how to make more biofuels from food. We need to research more into cleaner burning oil technologies. Nothing about investing in solar or wind power or Tesla technology. So it's just fucking retarded. There's a National Geographic documentary called After Big Oil or some shit like that. And all their solutions just sound like a crackhead scraping the pipe for more. It's the same thing. Food, turn all the food into fuel for your car. What the fuck is that? I eat food. My car doesn't need food, it needs fuel. Energy of some kind. Not my fucking food though. I need that energy, not the car. And the other options it provides is just more nuclear, more bullshit, more bullshit. It's too bad we're all so lazy. We could harness some kinetic energy. Either way. We're in some weird times. Very, very weird times. All the ducks are gone. It's getting eerily quiet. And dark. Time to head back to the Trans-Humanist world of artificial lights. CFL light bulbs. Styrofoam birdhouses. And laws against plant matter. That the GOP doesn't approve of. Dun, 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 dun. My treasures for the day.